Hey, what's up guys? So a lot of you that follow us on Instagram will know that a couple of weeks ago I went looking online, actually to you guys, for CBD products. Basically, I've been looking for, I'd seen CBD online, I'd heard about it, I'd seen like what Dan Blazarian does, and he's always covered in hot chicks, so I was like, maybe that's the connection, who knows, let's find out. But mainly what I was looking for was, like, a lot of the people that go looking for CBD or similar products have an ailment or something like that that they're trying to fix. I'm not trying to fix anything. Those of you that read my sort of fitness blogs and stuff like that, I mean, I say fitness in quotations, but you know what I mean if you read them, is basically just better living, everybody. So I wanted to look into it for particularly just overall well-being. I'd heard that it's good for sleep, I'd heard that it's good for anxiety, not that I have that, but we'll get into that in a minute. So I went looking. Got online, posted on one of the pages, people came back, I had a look at one guy, didn't really like his vibe, found another person, did like their vibe, caught up with them, and we'll get more into that in a minute. But I thought that, well, I know that a lot of you have actually been asking, how's it been, how's it been, how's it been? And I was like, I wanted to make sure that when I did this video that I did do the product justice, because I didn't just want to be like, yeah, it's good, go get it, you know, like it's actually quite an important thing. So I guess the three main things that I've noticed, and they're not by any stretch of imagination the only things, but definitely the three main things. Number one is sleep. You guys might have known that I did that article a while back about curing snoring, which in itself was amazing, and then this has just added that even more. We'll get more into the science in a minute with a special guest, but basically, the product that I've been using, it gets your melatonin going. You might have heard of that if it's been recommended to you for sleep. It basically does a similar thing among many other things. So you get to, well, I get to sleep a lot easier. You know, I used to toss and turn for an hour and a half. Now I'm lights out solid within 10 minutes, which is for me a night and day difference. And I guess fundamentally what that means is that if I can get to sleep better and I can get a better sleep, it might not be for as long. Like I used to sleep for maybe 8 hours, now I might sleep for 6 or 7, but I'll wake up feeling like $1,000,000 because I've had a better, deeper REM sleep. A lot of people try and smoke cannabis to get a better night's sleep, and I've done this many times. Cannabis actually fucks with your REM sleep, so you don't get as deep a sleep, and you generally have really wicked cool dreams, which is a whole nother conversation. I think the second major thing that I noticed was in terms of muscle recovery. So the only example I can really cite other than feeling amazing was we went and did a really heavy leg day, like we're sort of pressing 400 on a leg press, shit like that. Guys come in the next day to the gym, they're like having trouble walking, and like, everything hurts, how are you feeling? Which is the standard question after a heavy day. And I was like, I feel absolutely fine. And they're like, are you serious? You know, and you guys all know, I mean, those of you that go to the gym, you know, you do a heavy day and you wake up the next day and everything's stiff. I don't get that anymore pretty much at all unless I really try. And so, yeah, so for recovery, inflammation, stuff like that, it's been really good. The third most significant thing that I've noticed, which I wasn't anticipating because I still do think that I'm a relatively calm individual within myself, like not just on the top level, but deep within. I actually think I'm a pretty calm dude. What I noticed was a more calm, which is, I didn't think was actually possible, but there you go. I feel, it's not like, think of it like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. Maybe it's that thing where, you know, you're going to work and you get anxious because you hate where you work, or you're expecting to see someone, or whatever it is, right? There's always something that maybe gives you like that little bit of a feeling in your chest and you're like, whatever it is. I don't get that really at all anymore. I mean, like I still get it, but I guess it just feels like less powerful. I don't want to say it's suppressed because then that sounds different, but yeah. And yeah, but just an overall general calmness, which is very blissful, I must say. It's great. But yeah, but anyway, what I did want to do, which is while I had the opportunity, was talk to you more about the scientific side of it, because there is a lot of science behind it. A lot of that science is beyond my understanding. I know a little bit, but I've got a special guest who knows a lot. Those of you that have watched our meat stock coverage, I would like to introduce you again to my friend Lisa. Whenever you're ready, mate. I'll cut that bit, but it's funny. So, yeah, this is Lisa, the Hempress. How you doing?
Hey, good, Nick. How are you?
Fan-fucking-tastic. So I guess there's a couple of basic questions that I think are probably important for what you're about to talk about, which is, one, people are looking for CBD. That's not what you do. But there's a caveat to that which I want you to explain to people. And the other thing I think is important to know is what that actually does within your body, because I'm kind of like, if you know how a car suspension works, you'll be a better driver. So from that point of view, I think that'd be good to cover that.
Absolutely.
And but I mean, plug away. I mean, you guys are Hempress. And you make wonderful stuff, and I enjoy it thoroughly. And if you look above, if you're watching this on the website, you will see a banner that I made. And if you buy from that, I get a kickback, so do that.
And you get a discount, which is great.
Do I?
For you as well. No, they get a discount when they buy from you. Well, through you. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so a lot of people are online, they're Googling CBD just like I did. What you are selling has CBD in it, but more because they're a little bit apples and oranges. What's the difference?
Right, so you're looking at full spectrum versus Cbd Isolate. So the difference is my one, full spectrum, has all of the cannabinoids found in the hemp plant. Whereas when you're going for a Cbd Isolate product, that's one single cannabinoid that's been isolated. So inside the hemp plant, there's over 130 different cannabinoids, right? And if you were going to isolate any cannabinoid, it's going to be CBD. CBD is the king of all the cannabinoids. It's more superior as far as medicinal and therapeutic properties go. So it basically comes with the most benefits. So when pharmaceutical companies are looking at, what can we patent, what can we extract and isolate that we, can hike to a certain level, it's going to be CBD. Whereas we work on a more of a holistic level with the endogenous cannabinoid system, using all of the cannabinoids, all 130 of them.
What's the endogenous cannabinoid system? I actually know, but it's quite fun to listen to.
Right, so the endogenous cannabinoid system is a system that exists inside your body, and it looks a bit...
I was going to get it and be helpful.
So it looks a bit like this, if you can see that. So your body's full of all of these little receptors that make up the endogenous cannabinoid system. So you've got two different types of receptors. You've got CB1 and CB2. So all of the darker green coloured ones that you can see, they're all your CB1 receptors, and they deal with everything neurological in your body. All the lighter green coloured ones deal with your immune system and your gastrointestinal tract. So basically inside the cannabis plant, like we talked about, there's all these things called cannabinoids, and they come in and they will attach to these different receptors here, and they basically work as a lock and key. So they unlock or activate the endogenous cannabinoid system, and I'm finding it very hard to take this seriously. So the cannabinoids come in and they will attach to these receptors and work as a lock and key. So basically when you unlock or activate the endogenous cannabinoid system, it gives you access to your body's own natural medicine cabinet. The first thing that'll do is it will provide relief from pain and inflammation. It helps to lower cortisol and raise serotonin in the body, so it's great for mental health, anxiety, depression, bad sleep, stress. And on a neurological level, it actually has the ability to interrupt neurons that fire in the brain. So anyone dealing with things like epilepsy, seizures, fits, tics, tremors, that kind of thing, it's really amazing. Now, what's really cool, fun fact, endogenous cannabinoid system means, endogenous means to create your own. Exogenous is to supplement with. So these are supplementary cannabinoids, exogenous cannabinoids, and that is your endogenous cannabinoid system. So we're more or less using these cannabinoids to stimulate or activate the production of your own. Meaning as you wake up this dormant system, right? So this system's been dormant and asleep in your body since you were breastfed. So mother's breast milk is able to activate, or will activate, the endogenous cannabinoid system. So effectively we're supposed to move from the breast to the plant, but that step's been missed. So these exogenous cannabinoids will help to basically, wake up and encourage the production of your own. And now your own natural cannabinoids that your body makes are far more powerful than any supplemented cannabinoids are. So again, with CBD, yes, it's amazing stuff. It will come in and it will attach to certain receptors, and it does some incredible things. However, you need all of those cannabinoids to actually wake up and completely utilize that system and have your body creating its own.
Tell them the Richie McCaw thing.
Yeah, so there was actually a study that was done quite recently in Israel where they tested the efficacy of a full spectrum oil versus versus a CBD isolate, and what they actually found was that full spectrum was far more effective at treating pain and inflammation. And that was due to a thing called the Entourage Effect. So basically all of those cannabinoids are working together harmoniously to achieve their task. So I always use the analogy of the All Blacks, right? So you might have CBD or like Richie McCaw, so arguably the best player on the team. Great player, but he's not going to win the game on his own. Then you get full spectrum, so it's like the All Blacks. So it's still got Richie in the team, or still got CBD in there, but you've got the rest of the boys to back it up. So it's working on a more synergistic level with that endocannabinoid system.
And that was the analogy that got me. I heard Richie McCaw and the whole team, I was like, fuck it, I'm sold. And then we ultimately caught up, I came to the seminar, I got an hour version of what you guys just heard. So like, if you guys are watching this shortly after it's been uploaded, make sure that you're getting onto their social media and finding out where Lisa and the team are at next, so you can go and find out more for yourself, which I did, and I've been following through with it, and as you would have just seen, this is what I think of it. So yeah, nzhempress.co.nz if you'd like to try it. We'll put some of these graphics below so you'll be able to see those in a bit better detail, and any more information, jump on your guys' social media.
Yeah, jump over to Facebook. We do lots of education on there. Taz and I, my business partner, and our other business partner, the Hempress, Nick, we do a lot of travelling. We do seminars, markets, expos, so we're always popping up somewhere in New Zealand. So if you're keen to meet us in person, make sure that you check us out and follow us on social media.
And if you've got any questions, don't come to me, because Lisa clearly knows a lot more about this than I do. So yeah, get in touch with them directly, but use my link above that you'll be seeing in the banner on the website.
Cool.
Cheers guys. Any
Thank
more
you.
questions actually directly at my own personal experience, hit me up however you normally do.
Awesome. Cheers guys.